Is there such a thing as too much or too little? Imagine a pendulum swinging back and forth. On one side we have excess, and on the other deficiency. In the middle lies the golden mean, the perfect balance. It's a delicate equilibrium that humans have sought for centuries, but is it attainable? Consider a scenario where someone talks a lot but knows little. Picture a parrot chattering away, repeating what it's heard without understanding the meaning. The sound is abundant, but the substance is lacking. This is an example of too much and too little. The chatter is excessive, but the knowledge is deficient. When we speak without understanding, we become like parrots, full of noise but empty of wisdom. Now imagine a person who spends a lot but possesses little. Think of a river, flowing freely, never holding back its waters. It's generous, it's abundant, but eventually it runs dry. This is another instance of too much and too little. The spending is excessive, but the resources are scarce. When we spend without restraint, we become like rivers, giving freely until we have nothing left. Lastly, consider someone who presumes a lot but is worth little. Visualize an inflated balloon, large and impressive to look at, but filled with nothing solid, nothing substantial. It's another example of too much and too little. The presumption is excessive, but the worth is lacking. When we presume without merit, we become like inflated balloons, impressive on the outside but empty within. So how do we find that elusive balance? How do we avoid being a parrot, a river, or an inflated balloon? The solution lies in temperance, in moderation. Speak, but also listen. Learn before you teach. Spend, but also save. Understand the value of what you have before you give it away. Presume, but also prove. Know your worth before you assert it. To find the golden mean, we must understand the dangers of both excess and deficiency and strive for a balance between the two. In conclusion, the three things that are pernicious to man are to speak much and know little, to spend much and have little, and to presume much and be worth little. The antidote to these perils is to practice moderation, to find the golden mean between too much and too little. The pendulum need not swing wildly from one side to the other, but can find a steady, balanced rhythm in the center. And in that balance we find wisdom, prosperity, and worth.